What is art really? We all know that art can be something creative or a picture or can really be anything. But what is it? What defines art? Well, throughout time, there have been many different kinds of ways on how art has changed and innovated. Like cave painting, sculptures, architecture, Egyptian art, architecture, Gothic art, dramatic art, and Impressionism, and realism. Of course, there have been many other examples of the ways of how art has changed and innovated, and these are just some of them. So a couple of years ago, whenever I would see art, I just didn't know what to think of it. It's like, yeah, it's nice and people like it, but what is it? I constantly questioned what art really was, and about a year ago, I figured out what art really was to me. When I was younger, everyone thought I was good at art. And maybe in some areas I was, but I didn't feel that confident in it. Of course, having an artist for a dad set the stakes pretty high. I never thought my art would look professional. And then in 3rd grade, I made a painting which taught me how I wanted to make my art look professional. I knew that the tricky part about making abstract art was making it look professional. I realized that I didn't want the back of the canvas to be blank, and every time I used a paintbrush, it was obvious that I used a paintbrush. Unless I had a really fancy, expensive paintbrush, but my dad doesn't want me to ruin his paintbrushes. Then for my birthday, Reese and Riley got me some canvases for my birthday. So I got bored of not being able to do anything with them because my parents didn't want me to paint alone. So I decided to name them. So I named them Ashley, Boy, and Alex. When I painted the first one, I loved it. And then I painted the second one, and I loved that one too. I painted the third one, and I also loved that one. Then I looked back at the first one, and I liked it more than the other ones. And I felt like it needed to be like them, but it didn't. There have been a lot of people that I've met that have actually liked that painting more than my other ones. So just because I don't like it doesn't mean that there's gonna be someone else that doesn't like it either. Now, for this painting, do you see anything in it?
I see with a shadow in there.
Okay, so
I almost see a hand coming out.
I see a city with someone standing on the balcony looking down.
Okay, so you may see a lot of different things in this painting. And I didn't paint those things on purpose. And anything that you just saw in this painting has to do with you, because it starts from who you are, your personality, the way you feel, and just who you are in general. So when you see something in this painting, what you see has to do with you, because it all starts from somewhere. It starts from you and your life. Now, for this painting, you may think that I just randomly put this paint on this painting, that I just randomly put these colors on this painting. But for me, it's saying something. And maybe I really did just randomly put paint on this painting. But it's definitely communicating something. We all use letters to communicate. We use letters to make words, and words to make sentences, sentences to make paragraphs, all to create a message and to communicate. It's just the same way with art. We use colors, texture, movement, and emotion to create a message. The only thing is that all of those things are in order. You have to be able to take all of those things, and you have to put it in order so you can read what it's telling you. When I was younger, I didn't want to be an artist. There were other things I had in mind, like working at just a regular store and not doing anything with my life. That's pretty much what I wanted to do. But that didn't work out, which is probably for the best. Sure, I was good at art, but I didn't feel that confident in it. When I was younger, all my friends saw me as an artist, so they asked me to draw them things and to do things for them because I was good at everything. And so I thought that if I was an artist that I'd be doing that, just making another drawing, another picture, another painting for one of my friends. Something that wouldn't be expressing myself, but expressing someone else. That's why I didn't want to be an artist, because I thought that if I was an artist that I'd be working for someone else. But now I'm realizing I don't have to work for somebody else if I'm going to be an artist. I can work for myself. I can express myself. Then I started listening to music. And I started to feel so much passion for it. And music brought along something with it to me. It brought imagination. And there was something special about that. And I wanted to share that with people. But to be honest, I didn't know what it truly was. But it spoke to me, so it must have been important. And I didn't think someone else who could create that would be able to truly create what I had in mind. So is nobody just ever supposed to know? I know that art is something that speaks to people. It speaks to me as life. The things in our lives, our family, friends, things we love, things we cherish, things that loved ones have taught us, and the things we taught ourselves. But as we know, life isn't always still. It's very messy and chaotic, but it's always changing. But when you look at an art piece, it wouldn't be the art piece that would speak to you. It'd be everything in your life that you just remembered when you look at it. And all of the life lessons that you've naturally taught yourself throughout time. And all those things that you've held in your heart that have come out when you look at art. Thank you.